Hello everybody. Thought I would do a little tank update. It's been a little bit since I've been on here. I got some, first off I wanted to start out. I've had some questions about what kind of maintenance schedule I have on my tank. And so I did respond to some people, but I wanted to just do a quick, first off, I obviously mix my own salt, but I use Red Sea Coral Pro salt, I've been using that for, I don't know, 6, 7 years now, and I really like it. So I do a 10% water change, which is about 20 gallons, every Saturday religiously. I do use Red Sea Reef Energy A and B every day for the corals, which seem to be working out very well. I try to keep my alkalinity around 8.5. pH always runs about 8.3. Calcium's about 430 to 440. I test calcium maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that. But anyway, and somebody wanted to see my, when the whites are on, wanted to see my Australian gold torch coral. It's about 2 heads. Right here is the guy, and I'm hoping that he grows into a nice colony. I really like, they look even more spectacular when the blues are on. But there's my Australian gold torch right here. I'm trying my hand at some more SPS corals. I just got this one the other day. This is a rainbow acro. And then, this guy, he's been in my tank since, July. And he's been growing pretty good up there. There's that Monty's been in there for about that long. And then my reverse Superman Monty right here, as you can tell, is getting some good growth, growing pretty fast. And I just got that one the other day. That's a orange Digi Monty. So, but then there's my little Euphyllia garden going on right there. And of course I've had to move stuff around here and there because, like this one, my neon hammer has been growing like crazy and keeps and at one point was touching my Superman Monty, which he didn't really like that. So I had to make a little valley right there and kind of move the rocks apart. So anyway, that's really what I've been doing. And that's really my maintenance schedule. Occasionally I do have alkalinity and calcium. I can dose. It's a 2-part deal. And I haven't really, I've done it a little bit here and there when I notice my numbers are getting, but I do like to keep my alkalinity around 8.5. Today I checked it. I use a Hanna alkalinity checker, and I did check it, and it was at 9, but I'll let that fall. Tomorrow's water change day, so I'll probably go back up a little bit, but it doesn't really hurt anything at all. But yeah, I've just been working on my corals. I'm not really adding any fish. I haven't had any fish in a while, which I probably won't because I'm pretty full on the fish thing. I love wrasses, and every time I see a cool wrasse, I want to get it. But I have 12 wrasses now, and I would just, and everybody's gets along really good. And so I'd hate to like throw some wrench in the works, Of course, I've always been after a Potter's leopard wrasse, but since I have 6 leopards, they don't take too kindly to other leopards being added, so everything seems to be going really good. So I just don't want to, mess things up. And so my next project, and I'll be working on that in a few months, is I'm going to start going up in the tank instead of out, because as you can tell, that my real estate is getting filled up here. So I'm going to start going up in the back. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm going to work on it. But when I do, I'm going to probably use life rock instead of buying live rock. Live rock's hard to come by right now unless you get it from at a local fish store when they're breaking down a customer's tank because they're getting out of the hobby. But the problem with live rock is there's always a lot of pests on live rock. Abstasia, different things, and so any more pieces I add to the tank is probably going to be life rock. I'll probably, everything in my tank now is live rock, obviously, and I have several large pieces in my sump as well. But I am going to do some life rock and figure out how I'm going to go up instead of out. So if anybody has any suggestions and they're watching my channel or they forward my channel to somebody else, I'll be happy to listen to anybody's suggestions, because I'm racking my brain on how I'm going to do that. Because I want to do that. I want to go up with and not disrupt my whole aquascape. You know what I mean? I don't want to move everything around, because I have everything has to be glued down because of my little, you see the big red guy over there. So everything has to be glued down in the tank, and so I really don't want to, disrupt everything in the tank. So by moving rock, and that anemone island needs to stay put, because it keeps my anemones in one spot, and so I don't really want to do that, mess with that. And as far as my Ghani goes, this is my prize coral, and I've had this guy for 4 years now, and he was 2 small frags, and they have actually grown together, and the skeleton is actually grown onto this rock that it's on, and it's not a really heavy rock, so if I move it out away from this anemone island, unfortunately my red chorus wrasse will flip it over. So with that being said, that needs to stay there. So if anybody has any suggestions, I am more than happy to hear any suggestions from you guys. I definitely appreciate everybody's feedback and everything else. So I definitely appreciate it. And thanks again, guys, for watching my update, and happy reefing.